Hi, I'm Rebecca, and welcome to my podcast, Smashing Through with Rebecca.x. I am so excited you're here on this episode. Topics include life, business, mindset, full of kick-ass content and high energy. Enjoy the podcast, and remember, you too can smash through and keep going always. How do you handle things? Very lock and loaded question there, but I want you to really observe how you handle things. Do you go off the handle itself? Do you rant and rave? Can you go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? I'm sure it depends what it is, but I'm sure we can all do that. But the way that you handle things is very important. You know, with your challenges, with your trials and tribulations and life lessons, it's the way that you handle things. Now, some people go off on one straight away. Some people go deep within themselves and they're actually looking and observing things. They actually let things play out. Now, I can speak on this topic because I used to be, back in the day, I used to go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds. It depends what it is, actually. But back in the day, I could do, and I did, you know. And I'm one that will be like saying, excuse me, what you doing, rah, 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 rah. Now I'm in, as I record this, I'm 45. I'm like, isn't that interesting? Which is one of my favourite quotes from Jim Rohn. I'm like, wow, isn't that interesting? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to let it play out. And I just sit back and I do what I call, okay, so this is mine. It's called the pause effect. I just sit back and I'm just like, yeah, well, what is this telling me? What's this showing me? What's this telling me? Isn't it interesting how someone said that or someone did this or whatever? I'm like, yeah, okay. I keep and try to keep my emotions and feelings in check at certain points. Sometimes I do jump on a call with dear, very close-knit, in my inner circle, friends, and I discuss it with them, get their take on it, and then go, yeah, okay. And then I sleep on it, and then 9 times out of 10, I'm great the next day if something's gone on. And I'm like, yeah, okay, well, we're just going to let it play out. And karma's a beautiful thing anyway. But the way that you handle things actually speaks volumes. You know, if you're in a job and you are a manager and you're shouting at your staff, or you're a parent and you're shouting at the kids, you need to kind of take a step back and go, okay, why am I shouting? Was I not heard as a child? You know, have a look back in your history, in your past. What trauma are you still carrying on that you have to shout to get attention, shout to be heard, shout to be seen, whatever it is for you? It speaks volumes. So yes, this is a reflection podcast episode, because through the challenges, trials and tribulations, life lessons, yeah, we can rant, rave, scream, shout, all of that. I'm not saying don't do that. What I'm saying is just observe and have a look at yourself of how you handle things and choose to learn from whatever lessons you need to learn. As I've just said, the pause effect is huge. It actually is massive. And when you can really set yourself a bar, not too high, obviously, we're not in the Olympics, but set yourself a bar of, right, okay, then I am not going to do this. I have my boundary in place. That's the bar level there. No alcohol involved, obviously, but, you know, that's the bar. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing this. I'm not justifying this. I'm not sacrificing this. I'm not going over that bar because it'll feel icky to me, and I'm not doing it. I'm not going to shout and rant and rave and act like I'm 10. You know, and it's kind of, no, we're not going to do that. I'm going to sit and observe. I'm going to pause. I'm going to reflect. I'm going to step into the person who I am right now. And if you do need to heal anything from the past and regulate your nervous system and actually go through those various emotions and feelings and things like that, and consider that actually you're handling it wrong. Why do you go from 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? Pull the layer back. Have a look at it. Know that you don't have to do it on your own. There is support and guidance and mentors and things out there for you. There are modalities and offerings out there for you to help you. Okay, there are people there that can actually shine a torch on it. If you can't see it because you're so close to the situation yourself, people can help you, like myself, to actually shine a light and go, oh, okay, that's where the source and the core is. Okay. And then you can start dealing with it, and then you can react and respond differently, and the way that you handle things can be different. Okay, if you are in a place where you shy away from challenges or anything, look back at where that stems from. Go back and actually do the inner work that needs to be done. A lot of people don't want to do it because it makes you vulnerable. It makes you actually peel a layer off and go, wow, that hurts. That's emotional. That's whatever it is. Call it out for what it is. And they don't want to do that. And I get it. But it's not helping you in the present moment. It's not helping your relationships. You're probably feeling and seeing that you're repeating cycles. So you've got a new person or a new job or a new business or a new offering, new friendships, but everything still works out the same. Is because you're repeating the cycle because you've not learned the lesson. Do you get me? It's massive. And you need to honour yourself and love yourself to the point that you're going to heal yourself and do this work, okay? One of my anchor programs called Expansion can really help you to do this so that you've got the support there, not only for myself, but all of my clients and students inside Expansion, but also knowing that there are techniques personally for you, and it grows with you as well. It expands and grows with you, the program, that, you know, can actually help you, because what you did and do doesn't define you. It does in the moment, but it doesn't define you straight on. You're not that same person anymore. You know what I mean? So it's time for you to allow yourself a day of enjoyment and pleasure and healing. And healing takes as long as it takes. You know, in 2024, it's been a whole massive healing journey for a lot of people. Okay. And so you need to be willing to give yourself permission to get yourself off the hook and go, you know what, okay, I've acted this way up until this point, I'm changing things moving forward. Okay, let's move, let's shift, let's change, let's evolve, let's grow, let's learn the lesson. You can always change something. Changes are inevitable. You can always change something. You can reframe, you can shift stuff, you can do whatever it takes to actually shift your emotion, your feeling, the vibration frequency you're on, and your mindset can be up-leveled, upskilled, changed, and everything. You can change the blueprint of your life on your say-so when you say yes to yourself. So really ask yourself the question. We'll go back to the question. How do you handle things? Do you handle things with love and care? That doesn't mean, okay, are you ready? That doesn't mean that you are going, oh, there, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes you need a Gen X moment of, no, we're going to call BS on this. We're not going to do this. You're not doing that. Boom. You know what I mean? But what it means is that the way that you handle things is very important. And it shows your character of strength. And it shows who you are at the core. And actually, hurt people. And so if you are not healed or going through a process of healing in certain aspects of your life and your past and things like that, it actually shows up in the present moment. It shows up in your conversations. It shows up in your attitude. It shows up in your energy. It shows up in your, you know, the way that you are with people, what you do, what you say. It shows up in everything. Okay, and someone like myself can actually read it, call it out and go, okay, work needs to be done there. You know what I mean? So really know that challenges, trials and tribulations, lessons, they're all there for you to grow, change, adjust, evolve, and really expand. And it's a good time for you to observe and look and really embrace the power that you've got within yourself. And you deserve it. Okay, you're amazing, you're enough, you're worthy, you're incredible. So step into the future version of yourself that's more at peace and more tranquil, and love who you are, and be willing to open your arms to receiving all of the goodness that's there for you. Don't stay on the default negative, Mindset is key, mindset is paramount, mindset is like breathing. And I'm with you every step of the way. This is what I do. I'm mastering mindset. So go to Rebecca.x, come and work with me, whether it's in programs, guided journals, sign up for my emails, whether it's working with me one-to-one, whatever my offerings are, they're all there to help you to empower your life, to feel alive, live a phenomenal life, and gain control of your mindset, and let's change and heal you from the inside out. I'm sending you lots of love. I'll see you on the next one.